Somebody's feeling better today.
Lord knows, I'm ready to put on the. Put on those leg warmers and dance just like Jennifer Beals.
Attaboy.
Let's not do that.
Welcome back. We missed you.
Thank you.
We missed you.
Golly.
Well, what a time to be alive. And it's hard to miss a day. I'm just reading Kurt Schlichter over at Town Hall.
Isn't that the best?
He's so good. And the column is entitled how the Democrats choose to be on the side of weirdness and against normal people every single time.
Crime. Yep.
They're literally on the side of the guy who, look, the Trump administration baited Democrats into supporting this guy, this illegal from El Salvador, and it's a masterclass in how to bait the other side, and they fell for it.
Sure
and
did.
Now it turns out, now it's being revealed that this guy, a horrible guy. I mean, the wife on 2 different occasions was begging for a protection of order because he's so violent and vicious and awful. It turns out that the police stopped him and he was with gang members. There's all kinds of evidence coming out that
Mike, how can that be possible? How can that be possible? Because
he's Maryland dad.
All the smart kids tell me that he had no affiliation with MS-13 at
Maryland dad.
He's clean as a whistle. He's Maryland dad.
He's forget Marlboro, man. This is the Maryland dad. The Maryland dad. And he's not a Maryland dad, by the way. He's an El Salvador man. He's from El Salvador. And they're lying about, at one point, somebody called, you can't put Americans into an El Salvadoran prison. He's not an American, period. I mean, but Democrats will always side against normal people. They always side with those who wish us ill. Look, here's what Kurt writes, and I wanted to share this with you. Did you see the column yet? It's so good.
I did indeed. All
right, here's what he says. It's perfect. The left could choose to be on the side of normal Americans who would prefer not to be raped and or murdered by illegal aliens who shouldn't be here in the first place, but the establishment left backs the illegal aliens who shouldn't be here in the first place, even to the point of wanting them imported back into the United States after we finally got rid of them. Think about that. They not only don't want the people gone who've done us so much harm, they want them back. Under Biden, they were literally flying them into the country. Again, normal Americans have made it quite clear that we would prefer that illegals who shouldn't be here. But no, the establishment left, as they always do, Mark, they take the side of the third world gang members and against the citizens of America. If they ever figure this out, we'll be in trouble.
If they ever become self-aware.
but keep it coming. Keep doing it.
Please keep it coming.
Did you see Patty Morin yesterday at the White House?
That is the voice I mentioned earlier, that the Trump team is so good at communication, but sometimes private citizens with their testimony are even more powerful than the best Pam Bondi, the best the best Caroline Leavitt, the best Trump himself, when she talks about what happened to her daughter. Now, this is an actual Maryland woman up in Bel Air, up by the Pennsylvania border. Her daughter viciously strangled on a hiking path.
Raped, strangled.
Oh, my gosh.
Horrific.
So Patty comes in and tells the White House press corps, could you guys please tell the truth? Could you guys please bring some balance to your coverage of stories like these? She reamed her state senators, Chris Van Hollen,
U.S.
for making
Senator.
this trip.
Her state senator,
Her state senator, exactly.
Yeah, her state senator,
oh,
right.
My
sure.
gosh. Oh,
I mean, Mark, it brought tears to everybody's eyes. In fact, if you saw it, the press briefing room was stunned into silence. And Caroline afterwards said, do you have any questions for her or me? Nobody said a word.
They dared not.
They couldn't. Nope. I mean, they were stunned into submission.
Because I'm actually going to play this right after the 8 o'clock news, because as she finishes up, and then this room full of jackals who have done their part to lift up this monster as a hero said, we're sorry for your loss. We're sorry for your loss. And I always give benefit of the doubt to people, and I think that at least in that moment, they were sort of shocked and scolded into some form of reality. I don't think it'll change the coverage anytime soon. But,
Speaking of giving benefit of the doubt, I keep thinking of you when I hear more details emerging of Carmelo Anthony and the Escalade in the driveway and the $900,000 house in Frisco and the bodyguards. They've turned this kid into a celebrity. It is the craziest thing I've ever seen. And it kind of goes back to the Kurt Schlichter theme about the way the left, goes against normal Americans. Normal Americans say, look, 2 teenagers got into a fight. One of them pulled out a knife and killed the other one. Let it play out. Let the courts take over, and we'll see what happens. Instead, we've got a cottage industry. Do you know they're developing merchandise for Carmelo Anthony? Like he's an action figure.
The free Mellow T-shirts were big there for a little while.
Can I say something awful that's going to be jarring, but I got to get it off my chest?
Please, it's what
I have a theory as to why so many on the left are making this kid a hero. Because he killed a white kid. He murdered a white kid, and you know what? That's one less white kid that people have to deal with.
I mean, what something though? Because who on the left has made him a hero? What I hear is family members, folks who are in his camp, folks who are, allied with him. I hear activism sort of from the fringes of social media doing this. I haven't seen a major or even a local media narrative that has gone along with it to lift him up as some kind of figure.
I know that they've raised hundreds of thousands of dollars in a GoFundMe for him, and that isn't just activists. I have a feeling there's a whole lot of people on the left who say, it's almost like the jury nullification of O.J. Simpson. You know that there were jurors who know he killed Ron and Nicole, and they said, well, we got to right the wrongs of the past. It's almost as if people get to say, well, look at that. Let's chalk one up for our side. It's almost unthinkable. And yet, what a week we've had, Mark. Look at Letitia James.
Yep.
My Lord.
Mortgage fraud? What is she in trouble for, the New York AG?
Oh, mortgage fraud. She claimed that she was married to her father to get better mortgage terms, and she claimed that her primary residence was a home in Virginia while she was a New York prosecutor. Now, Mark, these are serious criminal offenses, but here's the irony of it all. That's literally what she went after Trump over. Remember the overvaluing Mar-a-Lago and real estate? So now she allegedly was practicing the same crimes that she falsely accused Trump of. And remember something, never forget this, never forget. Her complete sole campaign promise when she was running for AG was, I'm going to get Trump.
I'm going to get Trump.
I'm going to get him. Did you hear her speech that surfaced yesterday? Christian, can we play this for Mark? This is about 30 seconds. This is what you sound like when you are a cornered, wounded individual, when you are backed into the corner and you know that the wheels are about to come off. Listen to what she said to some group yesterday.
My mission is clear. I'm focused. I'm prepared. I'm ready. I've been trained by the best. I went to Howard University that overturned legal segregation in this country. I've been taught in those classrooms where Thurgood Marshall once taught. I'm not afraid of no president. Donald Trump, we're ready for you. We're coming for you. We're standing up for you. We're fighting on. We're not going down silent. Victory, my friends, is clear. It's now. And I'm not waiting 4 years. I'm waiting 2 until a speaker by the name of Hakeem Jeffries comes to bring us some rest. Come on, ladies. It's up to us. We saved this democracy before. We'll save it now. Let's go.
That's the Attorney General of the state of New York, Mark.
Am I wrong, or is she attempting to wrap her fetid, stench-filled, corrupted life in the honorable cloth of Thurgood Marshall and the anti-segregation battles of the 50s? Surely she would not attempt to do that.
You got to play the race card. You got when you're up against the wall. The best you got is maybe Hakeem Jeffries will come to my rescue. And she's really hoping for that. She's figuring that maybe Congress can stop Trump. They're running out of options. Saturday is going to be another day of protest. There'll be protests all throughout Dallas and Fort Worth.
Oh, sure.
I love that. I mean, go ahead. I don't mind. Go march around.
That's fine.
It's America. Take a sign and say Trump's the bad guy, orange man bad. What are you trying to accomplish?
Hey, speaking of things people have the right to do, you and I would agree that the elected officials have the right to run down on taxpayer-paid junkets to El Salvador to try to get this guy out, right?
Right.
Do you think, when Chris Van Hollen was on his way down there, did you think there was a possible chance they might hand him over and let him bring him back?
In 2025, anything is possible.
Exactly.
You better believe it.
Which led me to tweet as follows. And I would say this to anybody. Let's say the 5th or 6th or 23rd Democrat who goes down there, they finally go, okay, whatever, take him. I do not believe that an aircraft containing Kilmar Garcia should be allowed back into American airspace.
I'll totally agree with you. Listen, I'll do you one better.
I'm not saying shoot it down.
Well, don't shoot it down, but you say, sorry, you can.
We divert it to wherever you want. Nope.
Divert it out. I mean, but Mark, who paid for that trip?
Thank you.
The American taxpayers evidently paid for Chris Van Hollen's very expensive photo op. He went there making a fool of himself. It was an utter disaster. I mean, you had to know. I mean, in the White House the other day, the president of El Salvador said, "We can't. What are we going to do? We're going to abduct him and spirit him into the United States."
I love this guy.
I do too. But Chris Van Hollen knew what he said. He knew he wasn't going to get him back.
But he figured he would do the posturing anyway, because the posturing has its own value. Even foreign leaders are getting better. Prime Minister Meloni in Italy, I got a little clip of her. Go find it. I'll play. She's basically saying, with that wonderful Italian accent, they said that electing a conservative would be terrible. They were wrong. We are keeping our people safe. Migration is lower than it's been in years, and our economy, it is thriving. I've turned her into a cartoon caricature, but she is so awesome. And this is Italy, a country that knows a little something about fascism.
And speaking of immigration and illegal crossings, the biggest story of the year, you got to look at the numbers. Nobody's talking about it.
Yeah.
The numbers right now at our border have plummeted to almost zero. I talked to a Border Patrol agent yesterday who works along the Texas-Mexican border. He said, Mike, it's an entirely different world. Thank God for President Trump. Thank God he won. And the Border Patrol agent said, our morale is so energized. It's complete, because we were demoralized under Biden, he said. And now they're getting to do their job. It's easier to stop the ones that are trying to. It's amazing. We are in such a good place, and I'll think about that number when those fools are marching around Saturday with their signs. I don't know what they're up to. And let AOC and Bernie, I guess they're setting themselves up for a presidential run. What will Bernie be? 97? I mean, good for him and good for her, but let's just dig in and appreciate where we are. I appreciate you so much. I'll be thinking of you this week.
That's right. So we don't talk again until Monday, because you're doing Good Friday off tomorrow. And that's perfect. That is great. So enjoy a full 3-day holiest of weekends, and we'll miss you tomorrow and be back together with you on Monday, and we'll be listening to you today.
Glad you're feeling better. Love you. Take care, Mark.
Thank you, man. I sure am. The M&M segment always makes me feel better. It did on Tuesday when I was miserable.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.